the drivers' press conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Two groups coming your way as ever. Group 1, Oscar Piastri. Closest to me, Franco Colapinto and Lance Stroll. Very warm welcome to you all. Franco, if we could start with you, please. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Just how excited are you to go racing again in Formula One?
I'm really excited. You know, everything is new again. We start from zero. Of course, wasn't the nicest to be, after being the last 9 races of the last year, having to step out was not what I wanted, but you know, it was a good time to kind of reflect on what happened last year and to learn from it. So happy to be back. Of course, never nice circumstances when it happens like this, when you step in another driver seat, but you know, you never really choose the moment you get in Formula One, and I just take it, try to do my best, and try to maximize the team for the job.
Tell us about your preparation. What have the last 10 days or so been like for you?
Yeah, there has been a lot of work in the background. A part of the last couple of days also before, you know, I've been doing a lot of sim work for the team, of course, track side, but still helping the team to try to develop the car a little bit during race weekends, and it has been good. Of course, that it helped me a bit as well to kind of learn the car, the tools, the different settings that the team is running, that I was not very used to it, and it's quite a big switch from one team to another, so it has been helpful. And then, of course, the prep for since it got announced was you know, very strong, and we've been doing a lot of this in the sim. So happy. I think again, a pretty long time since I've been in a race weekend, so a bit rusty maybe, but I think it's gonna come off very quickly in F1 and F2.
Franco, a long time since you've been at a race weekend, but when was the last time you drove a Formula One car? Has there been any TPC running, or was it Abu Dhabi?
I drove the day after it got announced in Sandboard, so I think it was one day before you guys were there. A lot of fans. It wasn't really a private test.
How was the neck?
It was okay. Still, you know, getting kind of used to it, the body back to the G's. It was a bit tricky at the start, but I think it just takes a while. Imola is a tough track physically. It's not like my start in Monza, that is the easiest one of the year, but you know, it's great to be back. It's great that it happens in Italy as well. I have really good memories here and in Monza too. So yeah, excited about the weekend and about the work with the team.
And what are your goals for this weekend?
Just, I think, try to focus on myself. It's very tricky to have any expectations whilst I haven't even driven the car yet. So loads of things to learn. But I think we are doing the right steps. And at the end, if we go little by little, I think I'm going to ride to a decent place by Sunday.
All right. Good luck with that. Thank you very much, Franco. Lance, if we could come to you now. You've finished in the points here at Imola for the last 3 visits. You were unbeatable in Formula 3 as well. Just tell us the secrets of Imola. You clearly go very well here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a track I just always enjoy coming back to. Yeah, it's got great character. It's one of those old school tracks. It's just fun to drive, and yeah, somewhere I've always enjoyed coming racing. So it's good to be back.
Talk to us about the season now. There were those points finishes in the first 2 races. Obviously, the sprint went well as well in Miami last time out, but it has been tougher going both for you and Aston Martin these past few races. What are the limitations of this car?
We just need to find more speed, more performance. You know, we picked up a few points in Miami, you know, which was good, but yeah, just circumstance with the rain and stuff in the sprint. So we took advantage of that, but you know, we're not in a position to score points every weekend, just on pure pace. So yeah, we just need to look for performance in all areas and just keep pushing.
Performance in all areas, but if we were to compare this year's car with last year's car, Where's it different?
I just don't think it's too different. So we just haven't made, progress. It's just kind of the same.
Is it more difficult to drive than the 24?
No, it's not. It's just the same. But if you're not putting a lot of lap time, on the car every week and developing the car, then you just kind of fall backwards. And I think that's where we ended up. We're just not putting the lap time that we hope to be putting on the car, and therefore that's why we're just in a tricky spot right now.
And are the issues track specific, or can we be hopeful for Imola this weekend? We've already discussed how much you like the track.
Yeah, I think naturally there's tracks that suit the car better than others, but we've been to a lot of different kinds of tracks this year, and we haven't been extremely competitive in any of them. So, we'll see how we go this weekend.
All right, best of luck with that. Thank you. And Oscar, we'll come to you now. You took the scenic route to Imola yesterday. You went via Brigisella to collect your Lorenzo Bandini Award. Just tell us about that.
It was very cool. Definitely an experience that I probably won't have again. But it was a special day. It was obviously a real honour to receive the award. But even more so than that, just seeing some of the really passionate Italian fans. Considering I don't drive for the team in red, it was impressive to see how many people were there, and then also to meet some of my now very, very distant relatives, but some people from where my family name originated from was very special as well. So I'm now an honorary citizen of Licciananati in Italy, which is where my great grandfather was from. So it was a special day.
Another home race.
Another home race, yeah, another one.
Let's bring it on track. You've won 4 of the opening 6. Just how much are you enjoying the ride at the moment?
I mean, it's pretty hard to say that I'm not when you've won 4 out of 6. So it's been a great start to the year, obviously. I think, I've been enjoying, obviously, the success we've been having on track. But I think for me, what's been very satisfying is all the work we've done behind the scenes to achieve that. Because, it's quite a different feeling when you win a race because you feel like you've just gotten by, or you had good circumstances, but to now be winning because we have an incredibly quick car and I feel like I'm driving well, that's very satisfying for me. So that's what I've been enjoying the most. Of course, been enjoying standing on the podium as well, but I think more so the hard work behind the success.
And on the Sunday of Miami, you were 37 seconds ahead of the first non-McLaren. Can you explain to us why the gap was so big? Was that the first time this year that you've unleashed the true potential of the car?
I mean, I think we saw a similar thing in Melbourne in the wet conditions, but Miami was potentially a circuit we were looking forward to from pretty early on. I think with the hotter temperatures there, we, given some of the sessions we'd had earlier in the season, we thought that might play more to our strengths. And I think Sunday in Miami did prove that. So I'm not expecting that to be the case every weekend. I would love that to be the case every weekend. But I think in those hotter conditions and that circuit characteristic, it is, I think it will be difficult for us to repeat that result consistently. So we'll see what we can do.
Repeat that result here in Imola?
I don't know. We've got very soft tyres this weekend, so maybe that will help us, but it's obviously a lot cooler than it was in Miami. So we'll see. The track is also incredibly different, much bumpier, much higher speed in general. So we'll see. I expect the competition to be closer than it was in Miami. And, we saw in qualifying that the competition was on our heels and ahead of us. So, we still have to make sure we go out and execute everything as well as we can, because if we falter a little bit, then we've got plenty of competition that can beat us.
All right, Oscar, thank you, and good luck to you as well. Let's now open this to the broadcasters. Who's first, please? Craig.
Yeah, Craig Slater, Sky Sports. Welcome back, Franco. Can you explain to us why it's 5 races you're back for it initially, and what kind of targets or guidance have the team given you so that you can extend that to at least the end of the season?
No, I think as a driver, of course, I'm just trying to go step by step. I don't really know the car, so a lot of new things coming, and I just want to, do the basics right, and then the results are going to come. I'm not really expecting any kind of result. I think performance of the teams are so tight that they're changing from track to track, depending which one is stronger for each. So at the end, I think until FP1, FP2, we don't really have a clear view of where we are at. So still working a lot with the team. The main goal for us is to make the car quicker as well. We need to find a bit of performance, and I think that's going to come with a lot of work from me and Pierre. So that's the main goal, to try and improve a bit the performance, and then of course after these 5 races we will see what happens.
Thank you, Franco. Mara? Yep.
Mara, San Giorgio, Sky Sport Italy. A question to Oscar. You have already won 4 races, Oscar. Do you feel you can run away in this World Championship? I mean, do you feel you can the strength to do it?
I think we have the strengths and characteristics to keep winning races, definitely. I think we've seen at various tracks that the competition's been close, and again, I'm not expecting every weekend to look like Sunday did in Miami, but Friday and Saturday in Miami didn't look as good as Sunday, that's for sure. So I think there will be a lot of competition, but I feel like I'm driving well at the moment. I feel like the team's doing a really good job with helping me get the most out of myself, get the most out of the car, and clearly the car is very strong. So I think we have the potential to have a really good year, but I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. I'm just trying to win more races.
Thank you, Oscar. Yeah, Harry.
Harry Benjamin, Sky Sports F1. Question to Oscar, and actually all of them if they want to speak on it. I'm going to bring up the update to the swearing, I'm afraid, and how that's been, the penalty at least has been reduced for if you do swear, no race ban, and the fines cut in half. Do you feel like you're being heard by the FIA? Are you pleased to see some movement around this?
I think the fact that there has been changes made is good. I think also a lot of the things in fine print, there's a lot of the stewards have a lot more control now, which I think is a good thing as well, because I think the circumstances definitely need to be taken into account. So I think it's a good step forward. That's all I've got. I think one of the big things for the FIA was putting something for abusing officials, which I think is very fair and very reasonable. I think maybe some of the other areas got a bit caught up in that kind of sentiment and it felt a bit harsh. But I think there are some genuine reasons behind what they're doing. I think they've listened to some of our feedback, and the changes I think are in the right direction.
Lance, can we bring you in on this?
Yeah, I agree with everything Oscar said. I think he summed it up well.
Franco?
I agree as well. I guess it's good they are hearing them, because I haven't been in for a while. So.
All right, thanks all. Any more questions?
Yeah. Hello. Question for Oscar Panos Etaneris for Arena TV Greece. Since McLaren is the team to beat and are the favorites, how important is it for the intra-battle in your team to have the edge over Lando in the standings and results in the beginning of the season? How much does it change the dynamics within the team?
I don't think it changes it very much, to be honest. I think obviously you want to have the edge at the end of the season. That's where it's most important. But I think, for me at the moment, I feel like the results have been a good confidence boost for myself. So that's always important. And if we have competition outside of McLaren, obviously there are benefits like there are benefits to being the first car on the track with pit stops and strategy and stuff like that. If you're ahead in anything, there's always going to be advantages to that. So I think in terms of the mentality and the feeling in the team, we're still trying as hard as we can, firstly to beat all the other teams, but also we want to beat each other. So I think that's going to remain the same for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Nelson.
Nelson Valkberg, Viaplay, for all three of you. The circuit of Imola, the event here, is a little bit under pressure, on the chopping block maybe. How sad would it be to lose this track on the F1 calendar?
Lance, you first.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I enjoy coming here. You know, there's a few tracks on the calendar that they're just very historical, and you know they're great to drive. This is one of them. So yeah, it would suck to lose it, but we have 25 races, and a lot of countries want races. So yeah, it's for sure tough to squeeze them all in, but hopefully this one stays. I like coming here.
Franco, you've won here in the junior formulas. Well, give us your thoughts on Imola.
Yeah, I love Imola. I love Italy as well. I have had, you know, some great memories and great history here. I started in Monza. Monza was my debut in Formula One. Now it's Imola that is still in Italy, but with Alpine. So I love Imola. I think it's a great track. It has a massive history in Formula One. And I think we all like coming here, you know, for at the end the history that this brings into the sport. It's a great track, and also to drive. I think for the drivers, especially to drive a Formula One car around here, there is some specific corners that, you know, it's such an old school track that it's just very, very enjoyable to drive in. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to enjoy this weekend, and hopefully it stays.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great circuit. I've only raced here once, but it's definitely towards the top end of my favorites. And you know, I think having two races in the same country with how many bids we have around the world for other races maybe doesn't make that much sense anymore. And when you have Monza as your second race in Italy, it's pretty hard to not go to Monza. I think there'd be some riots if we didn't go there. So I think for me, we just need to be careful to preserve the history. Obviously, Zandvoort is going. Spa is going to be on a rotation, which, yeah, I'm not the happiest about. But I think we just need to be careful not to lose all of these historical tracks because, okay, maybe it's not the best to race on around here. There's not the best overtaking, but from, you know, the ultimate experience of driving an F1 car, this is definitely towards the top of the list. So we need to just be mindful to not get rid of that.
Okay, guys, thanks for that. Got time for one more from the broadcasters. Yep.
Tom Slafer, DAZN Spain. Question for Franco. Franco, bienvenido. I take for what you said before that it was not ideal to not start the season with the team, but it's not a new situation for you. Last year you were quick right from the start. Has your approach changed since last year, or did you learn something last year that you could apply now to be fast from the beginning?
I don't really think it's such a new thing. I think I'm much more relaxed. I've had the experience of racing. I've had the experience of being in a race weekend with a different team, but I'm still, you know, have got that feeling. I've been racing in December, so it's not that far away. So it doesn't feel the same as Monza. Monza was like a massive excitement, and everything was new, and was the first time I was gonna be part of a Formula One grid. So here it feels a bit different. It's still my dream, you know, come true. So the feelings are the same, but I just want to work with the team, and it's not only that dream of becoming an F1 driver, but it's also working with the team towards the goals that we have, having good results, being consistent in the points, and that's where we want to achieve. So yeah, let's focus on the job and see what we can do.